Flight Control for the Air Force's Flyers Club. That begins at the top of the hour in about 10 minutes. W2WLD.
You're really light on me today, Bill. Go ahead.
You dropped out locally, and the QRM is taking you out here. Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo. Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo after Joe, W5ABI. W5ABI, you calling me, Bill? Negative. I was trying to tell Lee that I've got another check-in that came in right after you. Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo. You got somebody... I don't know how close they are, but I'll look and see where they are.
W2WLD, K1BOB.
Yeah, good morning, Bob.
Yeah, Bill, button F7 here. I talked to the POTA guy, and he said no problem. He's going to move K1BOB.
Yeah, was that the one higher than us or the one below us?
The one higher I got to move.
289, right below us.
Okay, great. That was the one causing me the most problem. Thank you, Bob. W2WLD.
Yeah, the one higher, Bill, I got to move also. Actually, he's going to come down. He's, I think, an ex-Air Force guy. So, WB1E, standing by for net.
Oh, great. Thank you, Doug. K1BOB, W5ABI. Good signal, Bob.
W5ABI. Good morning, Joe. I'm just about at S7. I don't know. Don't have the short skip yet, but it'll pick up. But you're perfectly copyable. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. I got the green name due east, so that could be the problem. Thanks for the report, Bob. You're S9. W5ABI, Santa Monica.
Roger, roger. I as well am a little north of due east. K1BOB.
This is Whiskey 2 Whiskey Lima Delta in upstate New York. Net control for the Air Forces Flyers Club net. Begins at the top of the hour in just about 5 minutes. W2WLD.
W2WLD M5BE. I've opened that Georgia SDR bill, and you're much louder on Georgia.
Okay, you're barely copyable on the local here. I was trying to let you know that I've got another check-in. Doug, Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo, Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo, and I've got him right after Joe, W5ABI, over.
Okay, understood, Bill. I'll go ahead and move him. Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo.
Thank you, Lee. K4YDB, W2WLD. Good morning, Charlie.
W2WLD, K4YDB. Well, good morning, Bill.
For streaming, did you get the question?
Oh, yeah, I've got it up here.
All right, thank you very much.
Not a problem. K4YDB, standing by.
Good morning. This is Whiskey 2 Whiskey Lima Delta. Net control for the Air Force's Flyers Club, an association of members and veterans of the military air services from all branches of the armed forces. Our membership includes air crew, ground crew, missile crew, air traffic control, and all aviation support personnel. Our net meets on this frequency at 1500 daily. Our purpose is to promote fellowship among radio amateurs who devoted a portion of their lives to support the missions of our air forces. If you want to know more about us, we have a great website. It's airforcesflyersclub.org. One more time. airforcesflyersclub.org. Net format, I'm going to establish a list using a variety of sources, including direct check-ins, net logger, and by monitoring a couple web SDR sites. My favorite is Utah number 2. This is a control net, but you do not have to be a member or be associated with either the military or aviation to check in. We welcome visitors to join us. Please use the words contact, relay, info, or check-in to check in initially. Once the list is established, I'll go down the list pretty much in order for comments. We do like to limit those to about 2 minutes. Time remaining, we'll go back down the list a second time for a 73 route. If you wish to be a short timer, please let me know up front so that we can move you toward the top of the list. My name is Bill, Bravo India Lima Lima, located in upstate New York near the capital, Albany. And again, my call sign is Whiskey 2 Whiskey Lima Delta. Break. Okay, I have the following list already established. Let me go down that list and then we'll ask for some more check-ins. I have our mobile, Cliff, W5PIX. We have Lee, N5 Bravo Echo, who's handling net logger today, at least so far. I know he has storms in the area. We have Mike, WW5ENZ. Have our ops officer Carl, KF7GJO. Have my neighboring Ray in New Jersey, WB2JJO. We have our commander Bob, K1BLD. We have another Bob, K2SJP in Florida. We have Art, WX7 Lima Lima. We have Dale in Texas, W5OG. We have Joe, W5ABI, with a good signal today. And also Doug, Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo. And Charlie is back live streaming, K4YDB. He's live streaming our net. And one of the advantages of that, other than it's a great display, is he has posted the question of the day. If you want to play, you can read it off right there. Just go to YouTube, put in his call, Kilo 4 Yankee Delta Bravo, and it should come right up for you. We also have Bob in Pleasanton, California, NX6RG, and we have Mike, KQ6E. Break. And I see we've added James, KG5PTE. KG5PTE. Good morning, James. Are there any other check-ins for the Air Force's Flyers Club? Call now. The 4 Bravo Uniform Echo. Give me the call one more time, please. Well, you're in and out of the noise. I'm sorry, and it's going up and down quite severely. Did anyone copy that?
Yeah, this is Doug relaying for the Air Force's Flyer Club Net. Sir, checking in. Give me your call one more time so I can relay it. Over.
Yeah, I've got him now. All right, David. Yeah, I copied you that time. KQ4BUE. Good morning. Any other check-ins? Call now. Whiskey 2, Whiskey Lima Delta. Lima Delta, Lima Delta. Yeah, I got almost none of that. We're going to have to use a relay, but let me continue and get some more check-ins. Let's try Mike, the WW5ENT. If you're copying me, would you put out a call, please?
Bill, he's showing receive only.
Okay, Bob, why don't you put out a call, please? K1BOB, W2WLD.
Certainly, Bill. K1BOB, Idaho. We're looking for any other check-ins for the Air Force Flyers Club Net. Come now with your call sign, name, and location, and we'll get you into the net. Just crickets, Bill. K1BOB.
Those crickets. Let's see. Dale, W5OG, a call from Texas, please.
I will do, Bill. The antenna is toward you. This is Whiskey 5, Oscar Golf relaying for net control. We're taking check-ins for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. Members or visitors, call now. Nothing further here, Bill. Back to net.
Well, it's going to be a short list. Okay, of the list that we read off and acknowledged, does anyone need to be a short timer? Call now. Nothing heard. Let me go over the question of the day quickly, and then we'll check one more time for check-ins and then start down the list. Question. On the bridge of a U.S. Navy ship, hearing 4 bells may mean, and you pick the correct answer or answers. I'm looking for the correct answer or answers for hearing 4 bells. A, 0200. A, 0200 hours. B, 0400 hours. B, 0400 hours. C, 4 p.m. C, 4 p.m. Or D, a Navy captain, 06, arriving on the ship. D, a Navy captain, 06, arriving on the ship. Break. Okay, before we start down the list, are there any check-ins? Check-ins for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. Call now. Nothing heard. Well, let's go ahead and do it. I heard Uncle Cliff very, very weak early on before the net. Let's see if he's copying me. W5PIX, W2WLD. Clifford, you're up. Well, drive safe there. I'm only copying you on Utah, but you're coming through quite well there. All right, let's go down to Lee, N5 Bravo Echo, W2WLD. Lee, what do you think?
W2WLD N5D. Boy, this is a very Navy question. And it's always been a mystery to me. I had no clue. But it did remind me of two things. One, when I was in the reserves, and we did a lot of flying up there in the Northeast, up by where you are, Bill. And when we would land at an Air Force base, they would always ask us if we had any codes on board. they would ask us as we were on approach. And that was in case we had a general officer on board, and sometimes we did. And the base commander would be rolled out to welcome the general and bring him to ops and give him a cup of coffee and talk flag officer stuff. So I remember that. The other thing I remember is Fort Eustis, Virginia, where I took my advanced individual training with the Army. They had bugle calls all day long, and the sergeant major of the post put out a challenge. If you could name all those bugle calls, what they were for, you could get a 3-day pass. And of course, this is before the internet and looking stuff up and everything. I don't think anybody ever figured it out. So anyway, on to this question. I'm going by removing what to a layman ex-Army guy would be the obvious. So I'm going to eliminate those. And then maybe Captain Four Bells. No, I'm going to eliminate that one. So I'm going with A, but not because I know Bill, but just working through the process. So I'll go with A. Nice question. I'm going to learn something today. W2WLD N5BE.
Very fine, Lee. Very, very. I'll tell you a quick story. I grew up in Rhode Island. My folks were living in Warwick, Rhode Island, which was probably half an hour from Quonset Naval Air Station. The first time I ever saw the blues, I was a young kid at Quonset Naval Air Station. Anyway, I was flying an Orion, a P-3 Orion, and we were going to make a stop at Quonset. So I called ahead and let my folks know that I'd be flying in. And they said, oh, yeah, we'll try to get out there to say hello. So as we're coming in and we were handed off to tower, I got asked that question, do you have a code 7 on board? And I said, negative. So code 7 would be pretty high up there. When they switched me to ground, I got asked the same question. Confirm you have a code 7 on board. I said negative. Well, we parked the plane, lowered the ladder, and there was a Navy commander. I was a Navy lieutenant, by the way. I was a Navy lieutenant. And there was a Navy commander with a staff car waiting at the bottom of the ladder. And when I came down, he asked me, do you have a code 7? I said, negative. I don't know where that came from. Well, I found out where that came from when my dad got to the gate at Quonset. He said, we're here to meet my son, Captain Diamond, which is an 06, as most of you know. Anyway, whoever was at the guard gate passed that along to the command, and they thought they had a Navy captain coming in. I had to do a little dancing after that, but your story reminded me of that. All right, let's see. Carl, KF7, GJO, W2WLD. You're up, Carl.
Okay, Bill. Good morning, everybody. We'll be out here for our thunderstorm came last night. Kind of a shock. Got up this morning by usual 0200 hours. I'm not sure how many bells that would be in the Navy, Bill, but got up at 0200 and looked outside and everything was soaking wet. Wife asked me about it when she got up, and I said, no, I didn't know about a thunderstorm. She says, oh yeah, you missed the lightning too. So I guess I must have been in a pretty deep sleep last night. And I looked outside just before 0600 hours, and once again, I don't know how many bells that would be, but, and boy, my first thought is there's a house on fire somewhere, because I couldn't see it down the street, and the houses across the street. Then I realized it was ground fog. Oh boy, maybe I should have stayed in bed this morning, I don't know. Navigation's pretty good this morning now, and maybe it'll hold out for a while. Okay, to your question. You don't have the right answer there because 4 bells, I just think, meant that there's somebody very impatient at the front door that wants in. Oh boy. Okay, 4 bells, I think that means time. And a buddy of mine that's retired commander, if I could have cheated and called him real quick, he can tell me what it meant. But it seems to me I heard somewhere that they rang a bell. Now I don't know if that's symbolic or if they actually ring a real bell. But I'm thinking that they said it was every 30 minutes. So 4 bells would be 400 hours. So I've got to go with answer A, and we'll see how we're doing. Good, simple question. Be even easier if I knew the answer. So anyway, Bill, that's the W2WLD stands on G-Rail.
Okay, Carl, very good. Now, I have to explain that this purely Navy specific question is not in retaliation for the purely Air Force question of yesterday. It's a total coincidence. Ray, WB2JJO. Ray, I'm going to request that you recuse yourself and pass on this, because I know you know the answer, and I will give you full credit if you agree to do that. So WB2JJO, W2WLD. Mighty fine. Ray, well, thank you for recusing yourself. And, you wouldn't hear this around the ship. Obviously, there's always people sleeping, getting ready for watch, what have you. But on the bridge, we did it on the aircraft carrier. You could hear the bells. Let's go to our Commander Bob. K1BOB, W2WLD.
K1BOB, W2WLD, and all the flyers in the net. Good morning, everybody. And, well, if I recuse myself, can I get full credit too, Bill?
Hey, you're the boss. If you want full credit, you got it.
I got to dig in a little bit. As you know, I was brought up in a Navy town and knew a lot of sailors. And my older sister married one. Anyway, we used to have, here's my story, I've probably said it before. When I was an 03 Air Force captain, we used to like to call the Navy bases that we were going to drop into, and I'd go, this is Captain Lundy, we'd like a spot at your queue there for such and such a night. And I remember calling up Corpus Christi, and the Navy sailor at the desk, he said, "Yes, sir, we'll get you in the VIP suite." And I said, "Well, that sounds sweet to me. Thank you very much." And sure enough, we got it. But he confused Navy captain with Air Force captain. That was fun to do. Only did it once, so I would have felt guilty. Anyway, put me down for Alpha and Delta. I think when the captain of the ship comes on the deck there, they ring the bell 4 times, and I think also for 2 o'clock or 0200, I think they also do 4 bells as part of the shift. A shift is 8 bells altogether, I believe. So that's all I know. K1BOB, great net, and you're coming in well, Bill. I've got the antenna aimed on you. K1BOB, back to W2WLD. Thanks, Bill.
No, you're welcome. That antenna is working. Your S9, beautiful signal. And it's not a shift, it's a watch. Bob, K2SJP, W2WLD. Bob, you're up.
W2WLD, it's K2SJP. Good morning, Bill. Good morning to all the flyers. Bill, I could hardly hear you. I'm not copying you at all on the radio. I'm just about make out what you're saying. Did not get the question, so I'll have to pass on that. Let's see, we got 80 degrees over here right now. Sunny and bright. We had some rain earlier in the morning, about 3, 4 a.m. That lasted about 2 hours, and the sun is out now, and no more clouds in the sky. So we'll be standing by. I think the propagation might be getting a little bit better, because I couldn't even hear you on the SDR earlier, and now I'm hearing you just a bit. So the beam is on the side for you, and I can't turn the beam immediately. Not yet, anyway. We're working on that. So back to you, Bill. Thank you for running the net, and we'll be here till the end. W2WLD, this is JP.
Okay, Bob, well, I'm picking you up faintly on the local, but you're really booming in on Utah number 2. Sorry you missed the question, but I will give you full credit. Let's go to Art, WX7 Lima Lima, W2WLD. Art, you're up. This may be a pattern. I think Art has been on NetLogger and not been able to transmit. But Dale, would you give him a call, please? It's W5OG.
Yeah, Bill, the antenna is toward you right now, but I'll try. WX7 Lima Lima. Art, if you're hearing me this morning, you're up for the net. W5OG relay. Yeah, I don't hear him, Bill.
Okay, well, thank you for trying. As long as your finger is on the trigger, Dale, go ahead and take your turn. Over.
Okay, Bill, mighty fine. Well, yeah, there may be something going on with my antenna. I'm not sure, or maybe it's just conditions. But I've had dickens of a time this morning trying to get you and others and find out which direction to point the antenna. And it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. It doesn't seem like, oh, I see what one problem is. I had the receive antenna on the that's why I couldn't hear you. But hopefully you can hear me. I'm transmitting on the quad, which is pointed toward you, Bill. Anyway, let's see what's the question of the day. Alpha and Delta for me. And I always thought that was cool when the Navy announces the folks arriving and departing, and give it's the ship arriving. Oh my! If it's the captain of that particular ship, pretty cool stuff. 200 years of tradition unhampered by progress, Bill. Good question, though, and fun to think about those old days. Back to you, Bill, and I'll be here to the bottom. W2WLD, W5OG.
Okay, Dale. Well, I'm copying you fine. You're good SA, S9 coming in on my radio here. When I was on the Farstal aircraft carrier for 2 years as the assistant navigator, one of my collateral duties was protocol officer, and all I can tell you about that is if you do everything right, you get no credit, but if one thing goes wrong, you're in big trouble. Let's go to Joe, W5ABI, W2WLD. Good morning, Joe.
Yeah, W2WLD, W5ABI. Good morning, Phil, and the rest of the flyers. Thanks for running the net.
currently 65 here, going up to 80. Clear blue skies, a little bit of wind, but not enough to disturb things here. So as overall, it's a good day here in Las Cruces. Anyhow, I was going to pass on the question because I was a shipboard radioman like WB2JJO, and I hardly heard the bells. Most of the time, I think they transmitted them over the 1MC, if I'm not mistaken. Been a long time. Anyhow, I was going to pass, but I'll give you the answer. I'm going to go with Alpha and Delta. And we'll be here at the bottom, Bill. W2WLD, W5ABI.
Well, you're peaking at S9, Joe. Beautiful signal, and got your answer. Let's go to Doug. Doug helped me out moving some photos this morning. WB1E, W2WLD. You're up, Doug.
Okay, thanks a lot, Bill. Good morning to all the flyers. This is Doug, Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo in Bryan, Texas. And yeah, there was I think one of them came down and actually checked in here. So yeah, he told me, yes, I have a background in the Air Force. I worked at 2 different bases, and oh, okay. So yeah, come on down and join us. It's a great crowd. Come on in. The water's fine. So there you go. That's the Navy reference. So all I know is I'll probably go Bravo. I mean, what else would 4 bells be other than 4 o'clock? So, but no, wait a second. I think there was somebody threw a PM in there. So I don't know. But I love the Navy questions because it's so specialized, and it's just everyday knowledge. I mean, how hard can it be? Well, for the Air Force guy, I mean, I do have a background with hanging around a lot of Navy flyers, so but then that wouldn't help at all. But I did spend a couple hours on the Enterprise aircraft carrier just as part of a tour, and I understand that that's a retired vessel these days. Hard to believe, but anyway, yeah, Bravo is what I'll take. Really nice here. The garden's going great. The weather's been good. We haven't had any more 10 inches in 6 hours like we did last year. Almost lost my driveway, but this year so far, the spring storms have been fairly mild, knock on wood. So there you go. All right, Bill. Well, thanks for running the net, and I'll send it back to you. So W2WLD doing about S7 here in the middle of Texas. So Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo back to net control.
Well, you're stronger than that coming in this way, but I've seen the antenna array. I looked on your QRZ page, and I give you all the credit for the path that we have. Let's go to Charlie, K4YDB. Good to have you back and streaming, Charlie. W2WLD.
W2WLD, K4YDB. Well, good morning, Bill. Morning to all the flyers out there, and thanks for that. I am very glad it's over with. Man, I tell you, it drove me crazy trying to figure out what was going on with all this stuff. A little scary sometimes, but anyway, it's running pretty good right now. I can just build it up slowly because I got to find all the pictures too. They're not in this. They're not in this computer right now. They're on thumb drives because I had to take the computer all the way down. What am I looking for? I'm looking for. I had to reformat it and put it all back together again, and now it seems to be doing okay. So I don't got any problems with it at this time. Hope not. But anyway, right now it's currently 75 degrees here. We're supposed to get up in the mid 80s today. I got to go to the drugstore and pick up some drugs. I just looked in that. I got an email from them that when I go see the doctor, they give me refills on everything. So I got to go over there and pick up all that stuff today. And then I'm going to work a little bit out in the yard and see if I can get flower gardens cleaned out. I got one done, and then I went to start the other one, but my back got too sore, so I have to wait a couple of days and let that die down. So it's a done deal. So that's all I got. So as far as the question goes, I put me down for Alpha. I'll go with Alpha. Really don't know. But anyway, that's W2WLD K4YDB. I am back to net.
Well, you're back to net, and you're back with one of the best signals today, 10 dB over, Charlie. Very good, and thank you for posting the question. Bob in Northern California, NX6RG, W2WLD. Good morning, Bob.
W2WLD, this is NX6RG. Well, good morning, Bill. I don't hear myself particularly strong in the Georgia SDR, but well, that's what it is today. Kind of difficult signal conditions here this morning. So anyway, good to have the SDRs operating. Well, you know, I'm not sure about this question at all. Somebody told me once the bells had to do with the time during each watch period, which I think is 4 hours long. So I think 4 bells would be 0200. So I think I'm going to go with alpha. But K1BOB and W5OG also thought delta was correct. So I have no idea on that, but I guess I'm going to copy off their paper. So put me down, put me down for alpha and delta, and we'll see how that works out. W2WLD, NX6RG.
I got you down for alpha and delta, and you're coming in locally here very, very nicely, Bob. Let's try Mike. Kilo Quebec 6 Echo, W2WLD. Mike, you're up.
Yeah, I can't copy you at all, correct, Bill, but I am getting you on one. So, good to hear everybody this morning. It's 72 degrees here, and it's going up to as high as 85, so, but the humidity is only around 20%, so I have to go out and get my ears rolled this morning. I'm starting to look like Shaggy Dawn, so I have to go do that. But other than that, everything's pretty good around here. So we'll see what happens. On the question, my encounter with the Navy, that's, I was doing a little TDY and I had to work my way back down Houston Hall. I flew into Andrews, and they put me up at the Navy barracks there at Joint they call it, but 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm down with the Air Force guy, and all of a sudden, long, now hear this, reveille.
I lost them.
What's going on with these guys? Being an Air Force guy, I never knew about that stuff. Anyway, that's my encounter with the Navy. I'm going to go with the lemmings here and say alpha and delta. I think they rang officers off and on the ship, so I'll go with that. I'll hang with Bob and the guy. Good to hear everybody this morning, and hope you're copying. W2WLD in the group, KQ6E.
You copy him, Bill?
Thank you, Dale. Yeah, I lost him, but about all I got, Mike, was alpha and delta, so we got that down for your answer. But you're in the noise, unfortunately, and not really hitting through on Utah either. James, KG5PTE, W2WLD, you're up, sir.
Good morning, Bill. W2WLD in the group, KG5PT. Good to see you on the air there, Bill. You got a good signal here, solid S9. Good copy on you from Scotia, New York, down here into Belton, Texas. And also good to see Charlie's live stream up and running. And Charlie, good job getting everything back up and running again. Appreciate it. We had a good 40-meter net last night, and I had fun running it. A lot of fun doing that. Appreciate everybody checking in with me last night, and I enjoyed doing that. Well, I think I'm going to go Alpha Delta as well. And I'll be here for the 73 round, and I'm going to try to get the lawnmower out and the weed eater out and try to get this yard done before these storms move in this afternoon. We got rain coming in and possibly some weather as well. So with that, I'll say Alpha Delta. I'll be here for the 73 round, and I'll turn the speaker up and listen to everybody else check in, but I got a few little chores I need to do around the house in here. But thanks for running the net, Bill, and I'll turn it back to you. W2WLD, Kilo Golf 5, Papa Tango Echo.
Okay, then, well, I guess we'll say 73 now. We won't call you on the 73 round. And got your answer. Yeah, we had our storm blow through here last night, and I'm hoping that the lawn dries up enough for me to cut it late this afternoon. We'll see what happens. Let's try David. Kilo Quebec 4, Bravo Uniform Echo. David, W2WLD. You're up, sir. KQ4BUE, W2WLD, there. Guess not. Let's go to John, W7AJN, W2WLD. John, your turn.
W2WLD, W7AJN. Good morning, Bill. And good morning to all the flyers out there on the net. It's a beautiful day here in Peoria, Arizona, where it is currently 71 degrees, going up to 88, and the sky is mostly clear. A few wimpy clouds around, but they don't hurt anything. Both my girls are doing okay. Susan's improving from the pain she had in her shoulder. It's getting much better. She's moving around a lot. Bill, on the I'm going to have to line. I got to get that lane up. So I'll just take a bottom, but I've got to go pretty soon after that because I've got an appointment at 10 o'clock my time. So I'll be getting going after the net. So thanks for doing a great net, Bill. And everybody make it a wonderful day. You're in charge of it. W2WLD, W7AJN.
Okay, very fine, John. Well, glad your ladies are doing well there. And we'll give you a call on the 73. If you're not there, we understand. And we got your answers. Okay, I want to recognize some listeners only. We got Ken, Kilo 7, Alpha Romeo November. Good morning, Ken. And Mike, I'm not sure why you're not with us today, but you're listening. WW5ENZ, good morning. And we've got Michael, KI4BPR. And Norm, N9KJN. So happy to have you guys at least listening this morning. All right, did I miss anyone on the original list? Did I miss anyone from the original list? Let me know now. Okay, nothing heard. Let me go over the question quickly, and then we'll see if there are any late check-ins before we start a 73 round. The question, on the bridge of a U.S. Navy ship, hearing 4 bells may mean, and we ask you to pick the correct answer. A, 0200, B, 0400, C, 4 p.m., or D, a Navy captain, 06, arriving on the ship. Well, on a Navy ship, the workday is divided into 6 4-hour watches. And the watches are midnight to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 12, 12 to 16, and 16 to 2000. The ship-style system is designed to kind of walk you through your 4-hour watch so you know how far along you are. It's to ID each half hour of the 4-hour watch. So if we're going to talk the midnight to 4, after a half an hour, which would be 12:30, there would be one bell. After an hour, there would be 2 bells. After an hour and a half, 3 bells. And after 2 hours, 4 bells. So if you
take a look at how that progresses. The answer, well, I could have had a number of answers. You hear 4 bells at 2 a.m., 6 a.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m., and 10 p.m. But the only answer that was time-related that was correct was, in fact, alpha, which most of you got. Delta, however, is also correct, not as a time measurement, but as part of rendering honors at the arrival of a senior officer. And what is prescribed for an 06 or above is 4 bells, and they are sounded in pairs. So Delta was also correct. So thanks for playing along, Break. All right, are there any late check-ins for the Air Force's Flyers Club? Call now. I heard something way down. Say again. Kilo 8 Alpha Foxtrot. Russ, boy, you're barely coming in. Go ahead and take a turn. Okay, Russ, well, I got all of that. So you're coming through okay, at least where you are right now. Any other late check-ins? Call now. All right, Dale, W2WLD, last call, please. Yeah, will do, Bill. This is W2WLD relaying for net control. And last call for check-ins, Air Force's Flyers Club Net. The members or guests, call now. All quiet here, Bill. Back to net. Okay, well, thank you, Dale. Let's go to the top of the list. Let's start our 73. Cliff, W5PIX, W2WLD. 73, Clifford. Yeah, I think he turned it. I think he's near Arlington, Texas. Okay, Cliff, drive safe. Lee, N5BE, W2WLD, 73, Lee.
Yeah, W2WLD, N5BE. You know, your story about the, or I think it was Bob's story about the BOQ. When we were in Borneo on a marketing trip with the helicopter, this back in 1980, we had to stay at places that were not that great, you know, because of the locale. So, but we knew every establishment, and I'm couching my words here. Every establishment had a VIP suite. So we took turns of being VIP for the day, and so we always had a vice president with us, and that got the VIP suite, and we rotated that duty. Hey, Bill, I'm going to have to punch out. I got lightning within 4 miles of me. I got to go. I'm going to go ahead and shut everything down, and maybe Dale can take over NetLogger and close it out. W2WLD N5BE. That's a true story, by the way.
Okay, pull the plug. I can handle. Hang on, break. Yeah, I'll do it too, Bill. No problem.
The Utah number 2 for a bit. I've got the list on paper, so you can just abandon that logger as far as I'm concerned. All right, let's go to Carl, KF7GJO W2WLD 73, Carl.
Okay, Bill. Well, that was an interesting one. Nice to know that I got partial credit there for 4 bells for it being $200. You guys did some strange things in the Navy. And anyway, everybody have a fantastic day. 73's TO. We'll try this again tomorrow. W2WLD K7GJO.
And some of those strange things I can talk about, some I can't, Carl. Ray, WB2JJO, W2WLD, 73, Ray.
W2WLD from WB2JJO. Well, fine business there, Bill. A fantastic question as usual. A real quick story. When I was in the radio shack there, I was a section leader, and we had a chief on board our ship. And he made us play reveille in the morning, and he made us play taps at night over the 1MC. I had totally forgotten all about that until Joe mentioned the 1MC. And I'll tell you what, if we weren't right on the money with that thing, he let us know about it. So that was one of the perks that we had to do on the ship that I was on. As a matter of fact, I was on both ships. But the second ship I was on, the chief was there, and I'll tell you what, he was really a gun-ho guy. Fantastic guy, too, by the way. So with that there, Bill, fantastic question for sure. And we'll say 7-3 to you and catch you further on down the log. W2WLD, WB2JJO.
Okay, Ray. Yeah, those 1MC announcements get burned into your brain after a while. Someday I'll go through the one for sleepers. Have a great day, Ray. 73. Bob, K1BOB, W2WLD, 73, Bob.
W2WLD, K1BOB. Boy, you've had a great signal holding up here all morning, Bill. S9. No complaints here. A good question there. Now, in the Air Force, they allowed us to own watches and use them, Bill. So we didn't have to ring the gongs or anything. Let's see. I talked to John yesterday, WA6LJS, and he tells me now he's reaching closure with the current bank we have, so he thinks it's getting sorted out. So he's going to stick with them for a while right now, and maybe look at it later after he gets settled. And he's got Jennifer rolled in on this as a backup too, so she can be a signatory for what that's worth. And Charlie, well done getting things working there. Looks like that graphics card worked out for you. Money well spent by our organization. That's one of the few things we pay for with our dues there amongst charities. So with that, I will not be on the net tomorrow. I'm taking the missus down to Boise to have a procedure done on her ankle to get her back and not limping for the last 20 years when she broke her ankle big time. So it's the latest technology that's done everything else, and this is the latest tech out there. So it should take the metal out of her ankle, and hopefully that works out good. So I'm going to have to nursemaid her now. She's been nursemaiding me. Boy, it sucks getting old. K1BOB, over to you, Bill. Nice chat, good question.
Okay, Bob. Well, we certainly pray that the procedure goes very well tomorrow. We'll miss you. Let's see, Bob, K2SJP, W2WLD, 73, Bob.
W2WLD, this is K2SJP. Okay, Bill, I'm copying you a little bit better on the SDR now. I missed the question with the 73 to everybody, and we'll see some of you over on Echo Line. W2WLD, K2SJP.
73, Bob. Let me try Art one more time. WH7 Lima Lima. Art, if you're there, 73. I guess not. Dale, W50G, W2WLD, 73, Dale.
Okay, Bill, mighty fine and a good question, good net as always. Bill, I noticed a little fuzziness on your audio there. I wonder if maybe that a little bit of that RF might be creeping back in there. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if anybody else noticed it or not. And I do have the antenna right toward you, so it's just not the normal audio crispness. That well, anyway, maybe it's just me. And Bob, we wish Lynn the best in her procedure tomorrow. Hope that all goes well. And yeah, those storms are approaching. I see them all over the Metroplex now, and they are headed our way. But it'll be a few more, another hour or so for us. So we're clear right now. Thank you, Bill. Good net. W2WLD. We'll see everybody over on Echo Link. Those that want to show up there. W5OG.
Okay, Dale. Well, thank you for the report on the audio. I'll check it out after the net. Let's see. Joe, W5ABI, W2WLD. 73, Joe.
Yeah, W2WLD, W5ABI. Good net, good question. You know, I spent most of my first tour as a speed key operator, so I handled most of the CW traffic. My second tour, I was a radio maintenance man after getting out of B school, and I maintained all the transmitters. So anyhow, good net, good question, 73. Thanks for running it. W2WLD, W5ABI.
You're welcome, Joe. Have a great day. Doug, WV1 Echo, W2WLD. Thanks for the help today, Doug.
Oh, my pleasure, Bill. Anytime. Well, I tell you, boy, over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I did some QRP work. People just could not believe that I was only 5 to 8 watts. But I have to tell you, Bob, the last guy that checked in, or just before the last, one of the loudest stations I've ever heard in my life on 20 meters. My goodness. But yeah, a little RF on your audio, Bill. Yeah, try patch cord to lose connection. You know the drill. But enjoyed the Navy quiz. I always enjoy learning a lot about. I was just surrounded by at Moffett Field, where I grew up, and even the tech schools that I went to at high school during NAM-Tradette, basic electronics and soldering over on the south side, the Lockheed side of Moffett Field. Really enjoyed my time learning how to make fill that coffee urn. That was the first thing they told us. This is how you fill the coffee urn at 7 in the morning. If you're going to get here early, we're going to make sure you guys stay busy. So 7-3 to all the flyers. All right, back to net.
Okay, Doug, 73. Charlie, K4YDB, W2WLD, 73.
W2WLD, K4YDB. Well, good net today, Bill. I did enjoy it. My radio over here is finally working really, really nice and sweet. It's running pretty good right now. Anyway, 73s, everybody. Everybody have a great day, and we will try this again tomorrow. K4YDB, back to net.
Yeah, you're peaking 15 over now. NX6RG, Bob, 73.
Okay, Bill, W2WLD, NX6RG. Well, good net this morning, Bill, and very interesting question, and I learned something there about bringing Navy captains and above on board. So, great question this morning, Bill. 7-3, and we'll see everybody on the air tomorrow. W2WLD, NX6RG.
Okay, Bob, let's try Mike, KQ6E, W2WLD, 73, Mike. Anyone here, Mike?
He's talking.
You turned to Bill, and you were at S9 plus here, Mike. K1BOB, back to net.
Okay, thank you, Bob. Let's see, W7AJN, John, W2WLD, 73. Anyone here, John? Let's try our mobile. Kilo 8 Alpha Fox, Russ, W2WLD 73. Anyone hear him? He may have turned it. Okay, by my reckoning, that's the bottom of the list. Did I miss anyone? Come now. Any final comments before we close the net? Nothing heard. This has been the Wednesday edition of the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. Thank you to all who participated. Check-in. Special thanks to those who helped with relays and Lee with NetLogger, and we didn't do a simulcast today. This net is now closed. 73 all. W2WLD, upstate New York, off and clear.